shot in 4K ultra high definition. Your number one source for local news. WRAL News. Coverage you can count on.
And there are a few more showers out there this morning. I'll let you know if you'll see any rain for the morning commute. And we'll talk about how hot temperatures get for the weekend.
Demanding more pay. The push from North Carolina educators to make that a reality. What school employees in Durham are expected to do tonight. New 911 call released. Why one group is calling a bomb threat in Raleigh a hate crime. Let's get our Thursday started together here at 4:30. Up early. Thanks for joining us. We'll get you caught up on everything you need to know, including the weather. Let's get right to meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner. Another cool start and seeing a little green on the dual Doppler radar.
Yeah, just a little bit of rain out there this morning. Some of that is going to be south of the triangle and some is northeast of the triangle. So we're watching that move on across our area. And this is along with a cold front that's going to be moving out of the region. So a little sprinkle and done right there in the western part of Johnston County. A little sprinkle there near Raleigh. We head up to the north and you can see a little bit of light rain from Roanoke Rapids back down toward Lewisburg. Once this moves out, we are done with rain for quite some time. We take a look at our cold front moving through. Behind it, we're going to have clearing skies and breezy conditions for it today. Here's a look at Lewisburg, and you can see that it's a little bit damp, a little wet there. 61 is our temperature, and our winds are light now, but it is likely to be breezy once the front moves through, especially mid to late morning. We'll see winds gusting 25, maybe even up to 30 miles per hour. It is going to be a cool day today, just upper 60s at lunchtime, and we'll see highs in the low 70s for this afternoon. The next thing after this front moves through is the heat that starts to build through the weekend. We'll talk about how many days in a row we could see 90s again.
Quite a jump from today. Elizabeth, thank you. People evacuated from a Raleigh apartment complex because of fire. The WRAL Breaking News Tracker was at the Champion Court Apartments near Avent Ferry Road around 1 this morning. Fire crews say the flames were outside the building, but they couldn't tell us exactly what caught on fire. Nobody was hurt. Right now, teachers across the state are pushing for budget makers to give them better pay. The state legislature is moving forward with plans for a new budget that includes raises for teachers and other state employees. Some say that pay bump still won't be enough. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey joins us live in Durham. Kelsey, tonight, Durham Public School employees are calling for livable wages for all staff.
Yes, Renee, we've seen movements like this all across North Carolina. Tonight, Durham Public Schools employees will meet here at North Star Church of the Arts here in Durham to talk about the ways that they want to make their voices heard. Now that state lawmakers are taking steps to finalize a budget that would include an average 8% raise for teachers and at least a 3% raise for state employees, the Durham Association of Educators say there are still critical questions like what does an 8% raise on average mean for teachers? How will it be calculated based on varying years of experience? And how does the 3% raise affect pay for classified staff such as bus drivers and cafeteria workers? That 3% raise is below the current inflation rate, 3.8%.
This is not a competitive raise that will allow us to retain and recruit educators to North Carolina, so we will continue to lose them to other southern states.
The DAE is pushing to raise the district's minimum wage from about $17 an hour to just over $19 an hour with the help of county funding. A town hall is scheduled for tonight at 6. Conversations like this one are happening across the triangle. Tonight, leaders in Orange County will be discussing their county budget and talk about how that could play a role in funding their school system. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Durham.
Kelsey, thank you. A newly released 911 call is shedding light on a bomb threat in Raleigh that one group is calling a hate crime. The call was made to Raleigh Wake 911 on May 3rd. A man with an altered voice told the dispatcher he placed 4 bombs around the Islamic Association of Raleigh. Ultimately, no bombs were found. The threat was deemed not credible. The Council on American Islamic Relations says the threat is one of an increasing number of Muslims that in North Carolina are facing.
We've had everything from violent attacks that have gone unreported to the general public. We have had vandalism at our mosques.
CARE NC is arguing that the threat at the Islamic Association should be investigated as a hate crime. Today, the Islamic Association of Raleigh security team is having the annual meeting with local and federal law enforcement. They're expected to discuss how to best help the community deal with threats like these. Happening today, a teacher at Raleigh's Broughton High School is due in court, charged with child sex crimes. WRAL's Kirsten Clark joins us live outside the Wake County Justice Center. And Kirsten, these charges date back to 2005.
Yes, Renee, that's when the Wake County Sheriff's Office says Stephen Coles, a teacher at Broughton Magnet High School, first began the alleged abuse. He was arrested on May 2nd after deputies received reports of sexual assault. Coles is facing several charges now, including 8 counts of sexual activity by a custodian and 2 counts of statutory sex offense of a child by an adult. The principal of Broughton Magnet High School released a statement saying the charges are not related to incidents that occurred on our campus or with our current students. She went on to say Mr. Coles is suspended with pay. So Coles is being held in the Wake County Detention Center without bond. And he is expected to appear in court here today at the Wake County Justice Center at 1:30 this afternoon. Live in Raleigh, Kirsten Clark, WRAL News.
A doctor traveling on the cruise ship at the center of the hantavirus outbreak has been cleared to leave isolation. The doctor was the only American placed in a special biocontamination unit after a nasal swab showed inconclusive results about whether he had the virus. He now joins the 15 other Americans who are being monitored at the National Quarantine Unit in Nebraska. 2 other Americans are also being monitored at Atlanta's Emory University Hospital. 11 hantavirus cases linked to the cruise ship outbreak have been reported worldwide. 8 of them have been confirmed. 3 people have also died. A shocking twist in a double murder case that captivated the nation. South Carolina's Supreme Court has tossed out Alec Murdaugh's guilty murder verdicts in the killings of his wife and son and ordered a new trial. The court made the decision after discovering the then court Becky Hill influenced jurors with comments that undercut the defense and impugned Murdaugh's credibility. Hill has denied the accusations. The ruling also stated prosecutors were not able to reasonably prove that Hill's comments did not affect the verdict in the 2023 trial. Jurors said they were in disbelief by the court's decision.
And I was like, what? Why? The evidence was overwhelming. He was guilty.
It is not yet known when a new murder trial would take place, but South Carolina's Attorney General Alan Wilson says his office would aggressively seek to retry Alec Murdaugh. He is still serving a 27-year state sentence and a 40-year federal sentence after pleading guilty to financial crimes. Fayetteville police are looking for the person they say led them on a chase in a stolen car. This happened Tuesday night near Country Club Drive. Police say 2 officers fired their guns at the moving car while trying to stop the driver. They say the chase eventually ended when the suspect crashed. The driver was able to run away, and police still have not found that person. They are not sure if the person was injured in the shooting. The officers involved have been placed on administrative leave, which is standard protocol in these situations. It will likely take crews days to clean up more than 1 million gallons of sewage spilled near RDU. The sewage spill happened Tuesday near the Briar Creek area during construction tied to a runway expansion project. Most of that spill was initially contained on site. Raleigh Water is investigating. Raleigh police are investigating $10,000 worth of damage on St. Augustine University's campus. Video from Sky 5 show broken windows on a dorm building. Officers say they were called to campus Saturday morning and found 20 broken dorm room windows. Nothing was taken. No arrests have been made. Tonight, we'll learn more about Fayetteville's budget proposal for 2027. The city manager will present it to city council members during a budget work session. It starts at 10 a.m. at Fayetteville City Hall. City Council is set to hold 2 more budget work sessions this month. The Federal Reserve will have a new leader starting tomorrow. Kevin Warsh was confirmed by the Senate as the Fed's 17th chair yesterday. The 54-45 vote, mostly down party lines, was the most partisan for a Fed chair nominee in history. Pennsylvania's John Fetterman was the only Democrat to back the confirmation. Warsh succeeds Jerome Powell, who's fought with the White House over the central bank's independence. Today, we will learn who your Carolina Panthers will play in the 2026 NFL season. The league is set to release the schedules for all 32 teams tonight. The Panthers exited sooner than they wanted to last season, losing to the LA Rams in their first home playoff game in a decade. Tonight's release of the schedules is at 8 o'clock. Today, UNC women's lacrosse team looks to take the next step toward back-to-back national titles. The Tar Heels will host Stanford tonight in the NCAA quarterfinals. That game gets started at 7:30 at Dorrance Field. The winner will head to Chicago next week to play in the Final Four. 4:40 now on your Thursday morning. Wedding pictures never sent. What North Carolina's Attorney General is doing to get hundreds of brides their money back. And new affordable housing. The neighborhood breaking ground today in Durham to bring better housing prices to the community.
A cold front is crossing our area right now. Just a couple of light showers and nothing really measurable in the rain gauges. And I'll show you how long it may be until we see more rain again. 4:44, we have a cold front that's crossing our area right now. Just a little bit of light patchy rain. It's not going to add up to really anything in the rain gauges or help the drought at all. It may settle the dust in a few places, but again, just not going to be a whole lot of rain for us. We'll zoom in and you can see between Benson and Dunn, a quick little shower, one moving past Smithfield, and a little bit of light patchy rain up around Roanoke Rapids. Our cold front is moving on through, and behind it, we're going to see cooler temperatures for it today. High pressure back to the west, rotating clockwise. It's going to help to bring us some nice cool air. Enjoy it today and tomorrow, because as that high moves away from us in the next few days, our wind shifts to southwesterly and a real summer pattern sets in for us. Here's a look at what we're seeing this morning. We still have some lingering clouds, and that'll be the case for at least the next several hours as the front passes us by. It's warmer than yesterday, 59 in Roanoke Rapids and in Wilson, 61 in Raleigh, 60 in Goldsboro, 61 in Southern Pines. So you probably don't need quite the heavy jacket. We were in the 40s yesterday. It should still be nice at lunchtime. Temperatures in the upper 60s, will be sunny by then. And if you're headed out for exercise today, again, mid-50s, not much rain out there to be worried about, and a comfortable afternoon with highs in the low 70s. Coming up, we'll talk more about our stretch of highs in the 90s. Renee?
Thanks, Elizabeth. Couples who spent thousands of dollars on wedding pictures they never received could be getting them soon. North Carolina's Attorney General Jeff Jackson has announced a major action against Holly Christina Photography. The company is accused of taking deposits and failing to deliver the photos and videos. It's a story 5 on Your Side first reported in January. Jackson is ordering the company's owners to turn over any undelivered photos and videos to the couples by June 11th.
I didn't receive any photos or video with my parents of the speeches, our dances. Extremely grateful for the Attorney General's office for taking this matter seriously.
This case is far from over. Jackson also said he hopes to recover more than $1 million the couples lost. New developments in a story we've been following overseas. The body of the second missing U.S. service member who disappeared has been recovered. The U.S. Army says the body of 19-year-old specialist Mariah Simone Collington has been located. She and another service member, First Lieutenant Kendrick Lamont Key Jr., were taking part in a joint exercise in Morocco when they vanished. That was back on May 2nd. An Air Force plane will bring the soldiers' remains back to the U.S. Lieutenant Key's body was found last weekend, and Key had ties to North Carolina, earning his bachelor's degree from Methodist University in Fayetteville. He was 27 years old. Video shows the moments 11 people were rescued off the coast of Florida after a plane crash. The plane went down on Tuesday. The U.S. Coast Guard says all on board were rescued after 5 hours in a life raft. The survivors were flown to Melbourne and were taken to the hospital. Authorities say the plane had taken off from Marsh Harbor, Bahamas, and was headed for Grand Bahama International Airport. The crash is under investigation. A scary scene in the Charlotte area. This happened in the town of Matthews. A utility line company ruptured a gas line, creating a huge fire. Firefighters were already on scene trying to figure out how to repair the line when it exploded. No injuries were reported, but several firefighters did get overheated. 2 homes were also badly damaged. The gas company said a contractor was installing utility poles when a drill cut into the gas main. Leaders broke ground on the villages of Hayti and Durham. This first phase will bring a 252-unit, fully affordable housing development to Durham's Hayti neighborhood. This is on the site of the former Fayetteville place. City leaders say the groundbreaking is a meaningful milestone.
When you think about the history that led to this moment, that's what makes me full. It's knowing that it's decades of blood, sweat, and tears that brought us here.
The first phase is expected to be done by the end of 2027. It is 4:49 now, and Elizabeth is tracking some very light spotty rain on the dual Doppler radar right now. And Elizabeth, it's nice to see rain, but this will not amount to very much at all.
No, it won't. A lot of people won't even notice that it ever happened. The streets definitely were not damp when I drove in. However, just to the north, we have that little band that's moving up near the Virginia line. We do have some damp streets across parts of Halifax County and down toward Franklin County too. A little bit of light patchy rain there moving out of Harnett County into Johnston County this morning, but it's not much. I mean, it's a tiny little sprinkle there moving into Benson, and a little bit of light rain there just to the west of Smithfield. Roanoke Rapids seeing a little shower right now, but again, once this moves on out here in the next hour or two, that's going to be it. We have the cold front moving on by, and that'll take the rain with it. It does help to reverse our wind, so our wind will start to come out of the north today, and so that'll feel cool. It'll be a little bit breezy too. This is a look at Lewisburg, and you can see that the street is damp. The sidewalk is damp. Obviously not a whole lot of rain. It was certainly less than 1/10 of an inch that fell. Temperatures 61, so it feels pretty comfortable now. But as the front moves out, the temperatures will keep falling. So we could drop on into the mid-50s as we get closer to, say, 6 o'clock this morning. Current temperature 60 in Holly Springs, 62 Knightdale, 58 in Durham. So starting to see some of those 50s up to the north with that cooler air filtering in. But for now, our temperatures are about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than they were this time yesterday. This afternoon, it'll be cooler. We had 81 yesterday, looking at 72 this afternoon in the Triangle, 77 in Fayetteville, and that cooler air will be with us through tomorrow. As a matter of fact, tomorrow morning is going to be chilly. After that, here comes the heat, and it's not going anywhere for days. These warmer than normal temperatures likely to last at least through Thursday, so we'll end up hitting 88 on Saturday, 92 Sunday and Monday, and that just keeps on into next week. Notice on Friday morning, tomorrow morning, it'll be chilly at 46, so we'll need the jackets again. We also have humidity that comes back Sunday and Monday. It'll feel steamy with those temperatures in the 90s, and our temperature outlook for the next 6 to 10 days looks likely that highs will be above normal. We're definitely seeing that well into next week, at least through Wednesday. Renee?
It will be quite the blast of summer. Elizabeth, thank you. New seasons and films. Bridgerton Season 5 in the works, and one online heist gone wrong. That and more in today's Hollywood Minute. History up for sale. The Paris landmark hitting the auction block for the first time in nearly 2 decades. Bridgerton making haste on a new season and a new series release, and the online scam with consequences. David Daniel has your Hollywood Minute.
Bridgerton is picking up the pace. Netflix, which released previous seasons of the romance series 2 years apart, says Season 5 will debut next year, following this year's Season 4, which focused on the relationship between Benedict and Sophie.
What?
The Universal Century expands with Mobile Suit Gundam Hathaway, The Sorcery of Nymph Circe. The latest chapter in the Japanese animated series arrives in U.S. theaters Friday.
Who's dumb enough to flex about having Bitcoin?
What are you going to do, steal them?
You want to go to Stanford, right?
Yeah.
So why leave it to chance?
4 friends target a crypto billionaire by phishing his daughter, then discover their stunt has consequences in Life Hack. The heist thriller from the producer of Unfriended, Searching, and Missing lands in theaters Friday. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
From steering wheel to wheel of fortune, Jay Leno is donating a $70,000 luxury car to one winner on the longtime running game show. The former late night TV host is donating a 2026 Chevrolet Corvette C8. It will go to the final winner of Big Money Week on Friday. Leno is known for his collection of cars and for sometimes giving them away. The first ever regular season NFL game in Australia kicks off a 5-game run on Netflix. The streaming platform will also stream the NFL honors globally, showcasing the league's annual awards presentation the week of the Super Bowl. As for the run of holiday games, they will host a game on Christmas Day, and they've added the night before Thanksgiving to the list. You have the chance to win an original piece of the Eiffel Tower. Part of its staircase that dates back to 1889 will be up for auction in Paris next week. The staircase's value is based on its conditions, dimensions, and rarity. The last auction for a piece of the staircase was held in 2008. And how about that? It went for more than $600,000. Pushing for more pay, what Durham teachers are planning to do tonight to make their voices heard, and why some say the recent budget push isn't enough. Airport runway expansion, the changes underway at RDU, and what you can expect to see.